If you want to, if you have any questions right now, because I do have a website to build, I have some stuff that I have to do, but I am willing to take questions. Hey, that's my girl right there. Wait a minute. Let me see. So I have 2 requests to go live. Okay, I see how this works. Let's go. This is my girl right here. Oh my goodness. Okay, so it's waiting for Queen Bullshit to go. I was on Goddess Talks. Hey! Oh my God! I'm hugging you too.
How are you?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
Look at you, gorgeous.
Girl, look, I'm finally on live. Okay.
Look, I was driving. I was like, I gotta get home. So I was driving. I was on my other page. So I just got in the house. I'm like, let me jump on. But I heard some gems with the other guy who was on there.
Okay.
I love everything you're talking about, pulling the data and everything. You are just such an inspiration to everybody. If they don't tell you, I'm going to tell you.
Oh my God. Thank you so much. Thank you. You are awesome. So for those that don't know, it's the trip how we met because I was doing one of my random late nights. And I know that, like, if you're starting a business, most of the time you are up late at night. And that's the time when you are either up stressing, you're up packaging stuff, you know, it's like stuff on your mind. So those are the times that I like to kind of like take phone calls. And I'm like, okay, if anybody's up and you want to talk, about your business, if you have questions or whatever. So I was like, let's talk. So I wind up calling Queen Bushla, and then we talked for hours. Like, literally.
Because I was on the way to the airport.
Yeah.
So I'm going through TSA talking to you, and my flight was delayed. And that was just so crazy because I've never had that much of a delay. I think my flight was delayed at least an extra hour and a half, almost 2 hours, and we were on the phone the whole time. And my flight was taking off. I'm like, I'm going to talk to you later.
Yeah, like we literally got off the phone when they were about to start taxiing the runway. So it was like, okay, about to taxi. So now we have a tradition. So when I took Bree to the airport, and she had a delay or whatever, so I was like, well, let me call you. So now we have a tradition. Every time we go to the airport, we have to call each other from the airport. So
and then I'm following you because I happened to see Empress AK. She happened to post you because you were just coming back on IG. Because I actually have followed you a couple years ago, and I didn't put 2 and 2 together. You posted something, and I don't know, it made it on my screen. I just found this out a couple days ago. I was like, I know her. So I guess you had shut down your IG and disappeared. So I hadn't seen, or heard of you at that time. So when she posted that you coming back and you had that video that you were coming back.
Yeah, my little Beyonce. Stop the track. Let me stay back.
Because I was in the process of branding, and I was like, I need to really start looking at some people doing some things, right? And so hit you up. And I think maybe 2 or 3 days later is when we had that conversation. Like, it was just like, I'm ready to start doing shit. And so here you pop up, and then we start talking, and that conversation just really lit my ass up. I was like, I got shit to do, and I'm going to do it now.
And I'm proud of you. So can you type your website? She has an amazing marketplace for Black businesses. And then tell them a little bit about it too. And I want you to, so I can pin it.
So, hi everybody. My name is Balaji. I'm the owner.
I'm saying Bojala, Lord, because look.
It's Balaji. I'm from Jersey. I was born in Nigeria, raised in Jersey, but I started Afroganics because of just all the stuff that was going on with, the deaths and everything. I was like, I don't want a directory because I've seen all these directories. I'm tired of directories. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, look, let me create a platform where I can see the businesses and shop directly to them, similar to Amazon, right? Where it's just like they pop up, I buy their stuff, and it comes to me, and let me just be that entity. But creating an app was so hard because so many different developers. Then it was like, okay, what's going on? I had to do it on Magento. Magento, you have to pay for all these plugins and extensions. It just kept dragging on. So I was like, you know what? Let me just nix that. Let me just promote Black businesses because that's what I like to do. If I see you, I'm your biggest hype man. I'm going to drop your name.
Yes, you are. Like, dead ass. No, seriously. This woman, when I tell you, she is constant. I post stuff and then she reposts it to her page, her other page, and the other page. And I'm just like, she is constantly when I tell you like a supporter, you know, and you know, I come from the frame of mind, nobody owes me anything.
No.
Like, so I'm not one of the type of people that are like, oh, support me. You guys are not supporting me. I personally feel like I want to give you something that makes you proud to post me. I want to have something so great. I have all these brand new cousins. I want to be so great that people are like, I know her. That's my cousin. You know, like that's my goal.
Because I have so many family members. It's like, what you doing? How can I help you? Okay, I just need to share your stuff. I might not be able to buy it all the time, but I do always, almost 9 times out of 10, I am purchasing something. But it's just the fact that I could always share. I could always talk about you. Anytime anybody says anything, I'll plug you in so quickly. Like, well, you should check this person out. Well, you know, this person does this. So what I started doing, I just started, you know what, let me just focus on the promo stuff. And then I started thinking about, you know what, because our conversation, I wanted to become the, my brain just farted, but I basically wanted to become the order fulfillment entity for Black businesses, right? So think of an Amazon. You have your warehouse, okay, the business owners send them their products or whatever, order comes through, they ship it out. That's basically it, you know what I'm saying? And so I was like, you know what, let me do that for Black businesses. That way we start incorporating the Black trucking companies, couriers, we start incorporating all those people that do different things, and before you know it, it's a whole Black conglomerate, because at the end of the day, if they shut this shit down, what are we going to do? We don't have our farms. Okay, we need to get the farmers on board. And that was always the thing, because I was really a health nut. I was like, yo, I just want Black farmers. I want to be able to get their food and the fruits, the vegetables, the ranchers, all that stuff. I wanted all that stuff. I was like, look, I'm going to get this shit. And so, but when I try to find them, you couldn't find them.
Right. So my question to you is like, so at the time when we talked, I wasn't offering to build the apps, right?
No, you weren't.
Right.
So because you had a lot of stuff going on, because you were working on your Fits by Design. And so that was coming out.
So we need to talk, no, seriously, because what you're offering, very, very easy to migrate over into the app. And so I think right now I'm down to 7 slots. So people, I think I'm down to 6 slots now.
I'm jumping in there. Please.
So yeah, I'm down to 6. I'm down to 6 slots now. So yeah, so right. And when I'm telling you, I want you guys to understand, when I say 10 slots, this is not a game. This is not a scarcity tactic. This is not, oh, I got 15. I'm just saying, when I say 10, the door is closed.
You
like
are,
there's
you
literally 10.
Like, you have been straight with everything that you've dropped that I've seen. You've been on top of it. But when you came on my show, because, you know, I have my radio show. So when you came on there, all these people who I didn't even know, because, again, I didn't know you like that as far as social media, but I saw what you were doing. But all my friends, everybody's like, oh, you know her? I was like, I love her. What do you mean?
Yeah, that's not little airport buddy.
Like, oh my God.
That's airport,
So the fact that you and Megan, or Megan, is it pronounced Megan?
Megan.
Yes. I had seen her on social
I need to get her podcast on live.
She is hilarious. So she's actually going to be on Goddess Talk tomorrow.
That heifer didn't tell me nothing.
She sent me a message. I think it was Thursday. She's like, hey, I'm going to be in Florida all month. I was like, first of all, I was like, what am I supposed to do with this information real quick? Because I wasn't expecting that. I'm just doing what I'm doing, posting y'all stuff. And so she sent me that message, and I literally was like, you can't stop me and pause me like that. I'm an Aries into Taurus. You can't pause me, but I paused, right?
Oh, my God.
I was like, yo. So I'm texting her back and forth. I'm like, yo, we got to get the flyer. Like, what kind of questions? I'm like, yo, these are all the questions I can ask you. Just tell me all about yourself. We'll make it work. But she's going to be here tomorrow, and we're going to do a whole situation. And I'm going to be at the event that you're going to be on.
Right, January 25th.
I'm about to actually take another affiliate one, because I want to put both businesses on there that day.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Shout out to Pay Goody. I'll be in Florida, in Sanford, Florida, January 25th for Make It Plain Vision Board. And so it's going to be a super dope event. And one thing I love about the event is that if you have children, they have daycare for you.
Yes.
That to me is like, yo, that's so dope.
Talking about that in another event where you was talking about childcare, right? And so I'm trying to do something for my hometown, which is Willingboro, New Jersey. I want to incorporate something almost like a return to Africa, but just a return home to our city, right? Where we're going to just really take over and bring commerce and, you know, trade and everything right into there from all of us who have left, you know? And so today was actually not a good day for me because there was just a lot of stuff going on. But I want you there if you don't mind. I don't have the dates yet.
Okay.
But I need you there because they need to see what we can really do when we come together and as strangers, okay? Just genuine love for us as a people. That's
right. Okay, so Echo Alpha Media is here. Hey. And Echo Alpha Media is my very first mentee. He got the first lap. And yeah, and it was a trip because he hit me up in DM and I had just decided to do this. Yeah. And so he hit me up and he was asking about coding classes. And I asked him, I was like, okay, so why do you want to code? Like, are you just interested in coding, or like, are you looking to build an app? And so, you know, he was like, yeah, you know, he definitely wants to build an app. And so we started talking about the difficulties, because I was like, so many people have this conception that I can learn coding, I can get an app. Yeah. That's not it. It is so many layers, and I mean legal layers, technical layers to maintaining your app. I get multiple emails from Apple and Android about new policies, new compliances, new rules, new legislation that I have to bring my app up to code and compliance with. And if I don't, my app will be deleted from the App Store. And sometimes you get 30 days, 60 days, 90 days to fall into compliance. And so you'll be removed. And a lot of these things are not things that I handle, honestly. I have a team that handles it, and they get it done within 24 hours, right? So I literally send an email, 24 hours is done. So that's what people get as a benefit with me building their app. You have access to the team. So Echo and I were talking, and once I kind of really laid it out to him, like, you know, these are your options. And I gave him a link to a company, like, here's the company. And what Echo, he said he just wanted to say hi, just finished the expo. Okay. Oh, Bridal Expo. Okay, awesome. And so what
he was
I
on
did
the first show that I listened to.
Yeah. And also what Echo didn't know at that time too is that to submit the app is $900 fee. That's it. And so you get it for free through me. But we talked, and so he was like, well, wait a minute, so do you think I can build your app? And I didn't just say yes. I said, no, I got to talk to you. I got to see if your brand is something that I can elevate. I have to see if I can work with you. I'm not just taking your money, because a lot of people, you'll have an app, but you want an app, but it doesn't mean that you need an app. And if I simply just take your money as something transactional and you get nothing, no value or anything from it, I have done you a disservice. I've done myself a disservice. So I want to mentor people. So I had to really talk to him to understand what his vision was for his brand, his company, like everything, and tease out his purpose, so that I said, okay, yes, I can definitely fit you into that space. And so he literally that day was like, let's go. There's no question.
And it takes that drive, honestly. Like, I feel like everybody who's coming together, this energy, this shifting within all of us, we're meeting those people at the exact time. Like, we're manifesting so much, I mean, good, great energy. I got all my crystals on me today, so
yes.
Yeah.
And then, and the tip about it is we did our first consultation, and my whole goal is to add value to people. So there was things that he wanted to get into, like stock footage, and I already had the plug for that. And if anybody knows me, you get on the phone with me, especially like that, you're going to get homework. So Echo has a tremendous amount of homework. He's like, oh my God, like there's so many things that he has to do before we can even start the process that he has to, so we can connect all of these dots together.
But this is good homework. This was not
good homework. It's good homework.
I was working on my doctorate, and let me tell you, I was just struggling like, oh my God. But once I decided, I'm like, you know, I'm dropping out of school. I'm going to focus on me.
Hey, stay on the edge, stay edge on the go.
Yeah, I haven't felt like I'm working or doing homework because I'm so interested and so invested in learning all this stuff. So it's cool.
Yeah. So I give you, like, when you talk to me and you, like, we strategize this, so it's like, go do this, go do this, go do this. And this is what people love, because a lot of times they just need direction. They don't know where to go. They don't know what to do. So when you give them, like, okay, go do this, go do this. What I love is that, like I said, our ancestors, they made sacrifices hoping that we would have something better. And a lot of them dying, never knowing if that sacrifice was in vain. And I have the privilege of seeing in real time that the things that I'm doing is making a difference for people. And I mean, that, what else could you ask for? I get people in my DMs like, sis, I did what you said. Oh my God, look at the results. Oh my God, you saved me so much money on this. And so for me, that has been an absolute a blessing. It's more than, you know, than I could ever ask for. So I'm still continuing to give free advice, but now you have to log onto my app. I'm answering questions at Ask Akanundrum. You can also schedule me for consultation. It's still free, but it will be on my app, because in DMs, I give tons of jewels. Sometimes I post them to my page. But now on Ask Akanundrum, you'll ask the question in the forum, and I'll answer that question so everyone gets to see it in real time. And so it, you know, stops me from having to double back and double back. So now you can just go into the forum, and you may have a question, and I already answered that question. So that's really taking it to the community level, community learning, environment. And so the other thing I'm most proud of is I have pretty much like Tinder for entrepreneurs.
This is now a dating situation. Look.
Well, it's a business buddy matchup. So you can go onto my app. You can create your business buddy profile. You're going to tell them your business, what type of a partner you're looking for. You could be looking for someone who's in the concept stage, someone who's a brand new startup, a seasoned entrepreneur. Then you can get very specific to say, I'm looking for someone who's in social media or social services or law or pharmaceuticals, tech, marketing. And then you can literally swipe the profiles and find a business buddy that matches you, because it's an accountability partner, right? It's a strategic partner for you to find someone outside of your circle that can add wealth, and you guys can help each other as you go. So you might want someone who's ahead of you to help you. You might want someone who's right there with you, so you guys really have stuff to talk about, like, oh my God, I'm right in this phase, and what did you do? You know what I mean? They're right there with you. We need that, because most of us are the first of what we're doing. Yes, and it's very hard, especially as entrepreneurs. You know, we have a lot of hustlers. I got hustlers in my family. But people who could really teach me how to structure the LLC, teach me who could. That's not what I didn't have that. I did have sorority sisters that I
money management was, but didn't learn either.
So that part to me is so important. So if you are on my app, please create your business buddy profile so that you can find an accountability partner and pair it with. So this
my
is
accountant,
awesome.
we've been talking about accountability. I'm her accountability partner. It's crazy because you would think, you know, she's an accountant. What does she need me for? But you never know. So don't think about somebody's status or somebody's job or title that's gonna not make you compatible. Guess what? You could be someone who is more analytical, and they're not. You know, you someone, if we look at technical terms, qualitative versus quantitative. You know, she's the quantitative one. She's the numbers person. But on the emotion side, where it's like, look, let's focus. Let's do this. Let's structure this differently. So just, you know, take advantage of that. I love the fact that you're doing that, because we do need that. I think we're changing a lot of different things and moving in what works for us as a whole. You know what I'm saying? It's dope. It's dope.
And even having someone that you can talk to about your fears, about your doubts, someone who's right there with you, because say you have a friend, they don't understand the sacrifices that you're making as an entrepreneur. They'll probably be telling you, like, why are you doing this? Just go get a job. You're not making any money, da, 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 da. And you need someone who has that same understanding, that's like right there with you, or understands.
Even your own family.
Even your own family. So I want to have that as a resource. Like, I'm really super excited about that part. You know, it's pairing people with people. And again, strategic, because sometimes it's a person who's outside of your scope of business, and you would be shocked. So many things are relative, right? So you'd be shocked at what this person sees in a perspective that they can give you, or a lane that you would have never considered going into. And so that part, that's like my little baby. You know, I'm really proud of that.
As soon as I saw it, I was like, download. And I was like, all right, I haven't had a chance to go in there yet because I've just been out on the road. But I was like, look.
And the simplicity of it. And I think that today I kind of help shake things up for people, because I think the common concept with apps is kind of like, oh, you have to be a company, you have to be this big brand, you have to have this whole big invention thing that you're doing. So for people to see that me as a personal brand, like, whoa, wait, this is Akanundrum. This is literally her brand. This is her world is centered around her. Yes, she's bringing things to you, but that's a very different move than I think most people would be expecting out of an app. And
I think for you, because you've always been the background person.
Oh,
right?
yes. Oh, yes.
And
Yes,
that's been the switch for me, because I've always been in the back. I didn't want to be in the front. But now you're branding yourself. You're branding your name. All your stuff is now tied to you. So I love what you said to the other person earlier about trying to do 3 apps. No, just make one and make it an umbrella. So now if you think about business, DBA, doing business as, you know what I'm saying? So everybody's going to know you and all your other entities. So I know it's by design. I know it's a conundrum. Yeah.
And then and finding your purpose too, because as a personal brand, a lot of times you think it's just the person and then there's the company. It's really putting your person into the brand. It's putting your vision. So if you look at the icon that I chose, right? So it's an A, but it's the ladder, and the ladder prongs come together to make the A, and it's lifting as I climb. That's core to me. If you look at the icon for first generation apps with the tree and the us under, this is core to who and what I'm doing, but why I'm doing what I'm doing. It's like a lot of times we're focusing on the what, but not the why. The why is lost. The why is really the story. The why is what makes you keep doing it in spite of everything and everyone else telling you to not. So when you talked about Afro, pronounce it for me.
Afroganics.
Yeah, when you talked about Afroganics, you didn't just say, oh, let me tell you guys the specs and the number and the data. We have this many users. You went into, I'm doing this why. Right? That was because that's the core part. Everything else, people don't care about what you know until they know that you care. Right? So for anyone listening, they heard your passion. If you can see your face and how fired up you got just talking about it, right? You just like, and then we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. Like, and to see that passion and that drive, that's the part that a lot of people are not, to me, focusing on. They're getting too behind the metrics and the numbers and the data, and it's like, get back to the core essential, because that's your differentiator. If you think about your business, think about this. Why would yeah, she was excited. Why would a journalist want to write a story about your business? So if a journalist came along and said, what's your business? Oh, I have a vegan restaurant. Okay, that's cool. But if you're like, I have a vegan restaurant because I live in a grocery desert. When I looked around my area, all it was fast food in my area, and the kids are, you know what I mean? And then you start going into your why. Now that's a story. That's something that people are interested in. That's something that they want to get behind. We live in a time where there's business opulence. You can get whatever you want. People want to know why. You know what I mean? What matters to you. They can get it anywhere. So they're now they're using their dollars like votes. Okay, so every time they spend with you, they're voting for you. They're voting because there's a cause, there's something behind what you're doing, right? It could be the quality of your product, don't get me wrong, but it's like, I'm with her. Everyone who downloaded my app today, it's not simply for information. These are people who are like, I'm with her because she cares about us. So wherever she's going or wherever she's talking about, she never accepts money from us. So I don't have no other way to show her that I care or that I love her or that thank you. It's just, so if she says, go download this, well, let me go download that, right? That's the part right there. Who is this? Evans, we can talk about Evans Glass Service. Evan, let me tell you guys something about spam. Spam is not a bad thing. It's only bad when you place it where it's not needed. Okay? So Evans Glass Service. If I had a post and I was like, oh my God, there's glass in my window, that's where you post Evans Glass Service. If I have a post and I'm talking about fried chicken, that's not where you post Evans Glass Service. You know, like, be very strategic. And I tell people that all the time. I have no problem with you, pushing your product, but be conscientious of like where you're placing it, because now you just look crazy. You just look out of place. You look desperate. And that's not what you want to, that's not the energy that you want to put out, because Evan can have an amazing glass service, right? And so make sure he places it. Or if Evan was slick, he would have been like, oh, girl, you got glasses. I got a glass service. Just do something. You know what I mean? Just tie it into something to give it a conversation. And so, no, you don't have to apologize, Evan. I'm just trying to tell you how to, just like literally what to do. Because I see people do that all the time. They come and they're like, hey, y'all, buy my such and such. And I'm like, sis, I don't have a problem with that. Just put it where it matters. Go to posts where people are talking about that thing and place yourself there. Because it's not for people to, we like ads. We love ads. We love ads that we care about. We love ads that are what we want to know about when we want to know. We don't like to get bombarded with irrelevant things or things that are outplaced for us that don't
That's
make any
what's
sense.
been happening on Facebook recently. Have you noticed that all the ads came back up again? And
I'm not on Facebook. I mean, I post to Facebook,
well,
but I'm not.
Your stuff is on Facebook, the business stuff, because I share it on there as well.
Yeah, I just posted.
Yeah,
but I don't. I'm not actually like
active on there.
On Facebook. So the ads. I mean, again, ads are relevant as long as if people like ads. You want to know. Like, I get to the movies early. I'm notorious for being late, but I get to the movies early because I love the trailers. Sometimes I get.
I do like some of the trailers
and check me, but be like, you lying, you don't get the movies on time. But I like because I like the trailers.
I'm on time.
If you notice when you go to a movie trailer, a movie, the trailers are in line with the type of movie. So if you go see a kids movie, you're going to get kids trailers for the next kid movie that's coming out. If you go to a Marvel movie, if you go to a Marvel movie, they're going to layer it with all the action movies because they're like, if you're here seeing this movie, we think you might like these types of movies. And that's why I love going to the trailers because it's relevant. Now, if I went to a Marvel and then they're putting all this like love, corny, boy humor, I'm like, I pass. It's just strategic, being strategic and making it count. Yes, but thank you so much for joining me too.
I haven't really
slept. In 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yay.
25th, right?
I'm excited.
Yeah, we'll see each
other. The 25th. I know. My God. We're 12 days into this, but I'm not playing around. Like, while I was building my app, I was also building the app developer platform. So, at the same time.
Well, thank you for choosing me. I definitely will utilize all of it. I appreciate you so much. And if no one, like I said, tells you how great you are fucking amazing.
Thank you so much.
All right, y'all.
Okay. I don't know what to do. So
I don't know either. Are you
I think you just ended.
Because I think you gotta end it.
Okay. Thank you.
I'll see you.
Where do I? Nah. Oh.